boys and girls. It's time for Art Time with Mrs. Kind, and today is how to draw a leaf. If you are in my art class and you have been looking on your Canvas page, you will see I have lots of different pictures of leaves. You can choose whichever leaf you want to draw. Today I'm just going to show you quickly how to draw a leaf, just so you can have an idea of how to draw one. And we're going to do one together, and I'm also going to show you how to layer up your crayon colors on top of your leaf. So boys and girls, we're going to start like we always do. We're going to rub our hands together. We're going to open and close and roll our wrists one way and roll them the other way and wiggle our fingers. All right, so today we're going to start with we're going to do a very simple shaped leaf, and I'm going to do a leaf with a rounded bottom and some points on it. So I'm going to show you, we're going to do like our rainbow line right here. Then I'm going to have it come in like this and go back up and come in and back up, in and back up. So this is going to be the tip of our leaf. Remember, our leaf is just going to have a long vein through it that I'm going to show you in just a minute. So we're going to come down the other side. It's going to go down and up. And it's going to go down and come up really big, and then it's going to go down and up here, and then it's going to connect over. So our leaf is going to be shaped like this. And remember that our leaf has veins in it, so we're going to start, this main vein runs the whole way down the leaf and it becomes the stem. So I'd like for you to start with that, and notice sometimes I use these short sketchy lines, or you can just do one straight line. And then each part of the leaf is going to have a vein come through it, so you can add that right through here. You can add those veins, and then what we're going to do is go back and we're going to add some more veins. And remember, that's how the leaf receives food and receives water. So we're just going to go through and add that. I didn't really curve that one up, so I can fix that right there if I want to. Okay, so we've added some veins to our leaves. And you could even add a few more in here if you wanted to do that. You can add some more veins in here. All right, so there we have our one big leaf. And remember, I'm doing fall leaves, and we're gonna add orangey and red and yellow colors to it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out several of those colors, and I'm gonna leave them right here beside me so that I can switch back and forth easier. I'm going to do it this way, so you might want to take some time and get your crayons while I'm getting mine out. But I'm going to start light. Remember, you start light and then you add on top. If I started with my darkest color, red, it would be too hard to add yellow and orange to that, right? So yellow is really our lightest color. I'm not going to put a lot of yellow in my leaf. It's going to mainly be orange. So I'm going to start with the orange, and I can go back and add a little bit of yellow to it. But I'm going to color my whole leaf this light orange to begin with. When you're layering colors in painting and in crayons and in color pencils, remember to start with the light color and add the darker colors. You cannot see them if you start with that dark color. You can't take it off, but you can always layer on top of it. And that's what I'd like for you to work on today, is trying to layer your colors. So I'm starting with this light orange. I'm just going to color my whole leaf this light orange real quick. Now, I want to add a little bit of yellow in a few places, so I'm just going to take my yellow, and I'm just going to add little bits here and there, not a lot, but just add a little bit of yellow. See, as I layer that up, it starts to change a little bit. Now I'm going to get a darker orange color, and I'm going to go over parts of my leaf. I'm going to start adding this darker orange color to my leaf. Leaves usually are darker on the tips than in the middle. It usually gets darker from the outside, these outside areas toward the middle. So I'm going to add some of that right in through here. I want to add that on the outside parts of my leaf. So I'm doing that right now. You can see my leaf is really starting to look like a fall leaf now. And I'm going to pull that color down a little bit more this way. And I'm going to go back over my veins, don't worry. I'm going to add something back to those. Now I'm going to take an even darker orange and add more to the edges of my leaf. can see how the leaf really starts to look very different when we add all these colors to it. And it really starts to look nice and and fallish, which is what we want. Right, now what I want to do is take this darker color and kind of go back over my lines for my veins before I lose them all. So I'm going to go back and add some of that color. And you can also take a brown if you would like. I'm going to use this darker orange right now. I don't know that I'm going to use a brown, I'll see. Sometimes we make decisions about the colors that we're going to use as we're working because we can see what looks nice and what we want to change and what we want to add to. Remember, a stem gets a little bit bigger toward the bottom where it attaches to the tree. I'm going to go back through and add that a little bit. So I've decided I want to add even more of this darker color to the edges of my leaf. And I'm going to do that right now. I have those veins showing up really well. I'm not really outlining it, but I am adding a lot more color to this part. And see what you can do. You don't have to do the same colors I'm doing. You can pick whatever you want to. That is up to you, boys and girls. You can add whatever you want. So I'm going to add just a little bit of that. And now I'm going to get my red and just put a little bit of red in through here too, because I want my leaf to have a little bit of red on it. Now, if you feel like your veins are not showing up very well and you'd like for those veins to show up more, I'm going to show you that little trick of adding the brown here in just a second. Okay, so I'm going to get a brown color and add a little bit of that. Again, that's up to you. If you want to do it, you can. You don't have to. I'm just going to add. Now, our leaf, is it a warm color or cool colors? Right, these are warm colors. Fall leaves are warm colors. So I'm doing my fall leaves with warm colors. Now, if you would see how that just kind of shows up a little bit better. All right, boys and girls, don't forget to sign your name to your fall leaf. You can do more than one on your paper. You can fill up your paper with all different kinds of leaves. You could go outside and collect some different leaves and look at the different shapes and the different veins, and you could do whatever you wanted to. You could do a whole bunch of them on your paper. Whatever you do, have fun making leaves this fall, and you have a great week, and I'll see you next time.